Imagine moving 2.3 million stone blocks, each heavier than an elephant, without any bulldozers or cranes. Ancient Egyptians did it. Today, we're cracking the code of history's greatest mystery. The Great Pyramid weighs as much as 35 Titanics combined. It's heavier than a 40-story skyscraper. How did they move it without modern machines? Let's find out. First stop, the quarry. Egyptians needed to cut limestone blocks from the ground. They used copper tools and wooden wedges, kind of like splitting logs for a campfire, but way bigger. Workers pounded copper tools into stone cracks. The wedges would press deeper and deeper into the rock. Eventually, the stone would split into manageable blocks, ready for transport. Here's a clever trick. They poured water into cracks. While Egypt was too hot for freezing, wooden wedges soaked in water would expand slightly. This gentle pressure split rocks perfectly. Once stones were cut, moving them was the next challenge. Egyptians built wooden sledges and used logs as rollers. Everything slid across the ground smoothly. But here's the secret sauce. They poured water on the sand. Wet sand creates less friction. It's like a giant slip and slide. Stones would glide across effortlessly with teamwork. Imagine 20 people pulling on a rope together. That's how they moved massive blocks uphill. The ramp theory suggests they built spiral ramps around the pyramid as it grew taller. But here's where it gets wild. Maybe the ramps were inside. Some scientists think internal ramps disappeared as they built higher, like magical stairs that vanished. Egyptians were masters of organization. Different teams had symbols on their stones. Workers even left graffiti saying Team B is the best. They got paid in bread and beer. Construction foremen ran tight operations. They organized massive work crews, tracked every stone, and kept schedules for 20+ years. Ancient project management was serious business. Now comes the hard part, stacking stones high. They couldn't just drop blocks in place. Every position had to be perfect. Egyptians used simple machines like levers. Remember seesaws? Levers worked the same way. A small group could move a huge block using a wooden lever and a pivot point. Pure physics and clever engineering. The precision was incredible. You couldn't slide a sheet of paper between some stones. Egyptians used geometry, measuring tools, and string lines. Everything aligned perfectly. They had plumb bobs to check vertical lines. String squares helped measure angles. These ancient tools were incredibly smart. Mathematics guided every stone placement. Sometimes stones got stuck or slipped. Workers invented solutions on the fly. They'd wet stones to reduce friction, use pivot stones to rotate blocks, or create temporary walls. Ancient Egyptians were incredible problem solvers. No instruction manual, no tech support, just creativity, teamwork, and determination, overcoming every obstacle. Now here's the mind-blowing theory. Forget external ramps. Scientists think they used natural sand dunes. The pyramid was built on a hill, using the landscape as nature's helper. This theory explains so much. Why pyramids are in specific locations, why they needed fewer structures, how they adapted when problems occurred. Nature was their construction partner. But wait, there's more! Some experts think they used water channels. Imagine flooding areas around the pyramid to use buoyancy. Water as a natural conveyor belt. Floating stones upward would save enormous energy. Less friction, more efficiency. Ancient Egyptians might have been hydrological engineers centuries before modern times. Let me explain with a funny comparison. Imagine building a 5-foot-tall Lego castle using only your hands, a ruler, and rope from your garage. That's pyramid building difficulty. You'd need to cut bricks from a block, carry them up a shaky ladder, stack perfectly, coordinate with goofing around friends. and work non-stop for 20 years. Multiply that difficulty by 1,000. One mistake? Thousands of people's work wasted. Yet Egyptians did it, without power tools, computers, or YouTube tutorials, just incredible teamwork and genius engineering. Building pyramids wasn't magic, it was genius engineering, perfect planning, and teamwork on an unbelievable scale. Ancient people were just as smart as us. They used different tools, but their brains were the real miracle. They solved impossible problems with logic, math, and cooperation. That's incredible. Here's the wild part. We still don't know all the secrets. Scientists keep discovering new chambers and hidden passages. Maybe you'll solve the final mystery. Try this challenge. Look at big buildings around you. Imagine building them without modern machines. Cranes? Gone. Computers? Gone. Just pure human ingenuity. You'll never look at structures the same way again. Every building becomes a puzzle of ancient engineering brilliance. That's the real treasure of pyramids. Thanks for exploring history's greatest mystery with me. Subscribe to uncover more ancient secrets. The past is waiting to be discovered.